wrestling match in dance style, kind of interesting kind of setup, sort of like the classic Mexican wrestlers who always wear a mask and kind of like showing kind of like different stages of a match. That's how I took
I
it.
thought it was interesting but kind of weird. Like, I couldn't quite tell if there was a story or a point to it all. They both seemed sort of androgynous, like you couldn't really tell, or I couldn't. The one guy I was pretty sure was a guy, and I thought it was a woman. But they were, both strong, and so maybe it was intended that way to be, just a fight between two dancers. I
think that this one was really interesting because it really made you focus on the strength needed to dance, and I think that because dance is always portrayed as so graceful and flowy and all that stuff, you forget the amount of actual body strength it takes to put those movements through, to put the force in the movements, to have the stamina. And at the end of the day, it can be considered a piece of art, but also sport, right? And I think slowing it down was a really good way to remind people of the strength that you need and each body part uses.
This is probably my favorite. I think it was a story really told in movements. Like you can't really tell someone else what happened without them seeing like the dance movements. So I think it really captured like the essence of dance in story form.
The dance was great, well done. I just wonder if there's subliminal advertising there with the all seeing eye. I just wondered about that.
Yes, I thought it was a really creative idea to have two dancers wrestling in a dance-like way.
I actually interpreted this very differently. I think the wrestling match or that 4x4 box was one person, and in that one person there were different characters or different types of personality this person portrayed. And at times, one person outshined over the other and had a lot of weaknesses, especially with taking off the eye, taking off the tail. At times, one outshined the other, and one was more aggressive than the other. One was more feminine than the other. So that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, it's basically a masculine, feminine entities in one person, okay? Which is, each one has both. But man is more masculine, woman is more feminine. So that's... one is more emotional, one is more logical. I think this is this fight, and it is portrayed in a very artistic manner. A useful experience to watch.
I really like the take on the idea of the wrestling match, because usually wrestling matches, it's this big dramatic fight, but it's all choreographed anyways, and then this was just, I felt that it was the same thing as a regular match, just the choreography was different. It was in a different style. And I thought that it was really amusing. I really, really enjoyed the film, and I thought that the technique was absolutely amazing.